On March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur. The Boeing 777 was bound for Beijing, carrying 239 people. It was a routine flight, just like countless others that take to the skies every day. Passengers settled into their seats, unaware that they were about to embark on a journey that would captivate the world. At 12:41 a.m., MH370 made its final radio contact with air traffic control. The plane was flying over the Gulf of Thailand, preparing to enter Vietnamese airspace. Then, silence. MH370 vanished from radar screens, leaving behind a chilling question: what happened? The disappearance of MH370 quickly became one of the biggest aviation mysteries in history. Families of the passengers and crew were left in agonizing limbo, clinging to hope while fearing the worst. Governments from around the world pledged their support in the search for answers. The world watched and waited, but the mystery of MH370 only deepened. The lack of answers fueled speculation, giving rise to countless theories and endless debate. Years later, MH370 remains a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the unknown. To understand the mystery of MH370, we must retrace its intended path and pinpoint the moment it disappeared. This involves a detailed analysis of its flight path, communication logs, and radar data to piece together the events of that fateful night. The flight took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:35 a.m. local time. The airport, bustling with activity even at that hour, saw the Boeing 777 lift off smoothly into the night sky. Its destination, Beijing Capital International Airport, a journey of approximately 6 hours. This route is a well-traveled one, connecting two major cities in Asia. The initial leg of the flight proceeded normally. The aircraft ascended to its cruising altitude without any issues, and the passengers settled in for what was expected to be a routine flight. The Boeing 777, under the command of Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, followed established air corridors. Captain Zahari was an experienced pilot with thousands of flight hours under his belt. It climbed to its cruising altitude and maintained contact with air traffic control. The communication between the cockpit and air traffic control was standard, with no indications of any problems. However, at 1:19 a.m., something changed. The routine communication ceased, and the aircraft began to deviate from its planned course. As MH370 approached Vietnamese airspace, it deviated from its planned route. This deviation was unexpected and unannounced, causing confusion among air traffic controllers. It made a sharp left turn, heading westwards over the Malay Peninsula. This sharp turn was highly unusual and suggested that something was amiss. This unexpected maneuver was not communicated to air traffic control. The lack of communication added to the growing concern about the flight's status. 2 minutes later, at 1:21 a.m., the transponder signal from MH370 disappeared. The transponder is a critical piece of equipment that helps track the aircraft's position and altitude. The transponder is a crucial piece of equipment that transmits a plane's identification and altitude. Its sudden silence was alarming and indicated a potential emergency. Its sudden silence raised red flags. Air traffic controllers were immediately alerted to the situation and began efforts to re-establish contact. Despite the loss of the transponder signal, the search for the aircraft continued. Air traffic control and military radar systems worked in tandem to track any possible movements. Military radar continued to track MH370 for some time. This radar data provided crucial information about the aircraft's movements after the transponder went silent. This data revealed that the plane had turned south and was flying across the Malay Peninsula. The change in direction was puzzling and raised many questions about the intentions of those in the cockpit. It eventually disappeared from military radar over the Andaman Sea, leaving investigators with more questions than answers. The disappearance marked the beginning of one of the most extensive and challenging search operations in aviation history. The disappearance of MH370 triggered an unprecedented international search effort. This was not just a search mission, it was a global collaboration that brought together the best minds and resources from around the world. Countries from around the world, including Malaysia, China, Australia, the United States, and Vietnam, quickly mobilized their resources. Each nation contributed its unique expertise and equipment to the mission, showcasing a rare moment of international unity. They deployed ships, aircraft, and advanced technology in a race against time to locate the missing plane. The coordination between these countries was a testament to the shared human spirit in the face of tragedy. The initial search focused on the South China Sea, a vast and complex body of water. This area was chosen because MH370 was last detected by civilian radar in this region. Radar stations across the region were on high alert, monitoring any possible signals that could lead to the plane's discovery. The last known contact with MH370 provided a crucial starting point for the search teams. Ships and aircraft scoured the vast expanse of water, meticulously covering every inch of the search grid. The teams were relentless, driven by the hope of finding any sign of debris or the plane's wreckage. They collected and analyzed every piece of debris, no matter how small, in the hopes that it would provide a clue to the plane's fate. The search was exhaustive and painstaking, but the teams remained undeterred. However, as days turned into weeks, the search area expanded dramatically. The initial focus on the South China Sea was not yielding the expected results, prompting a broader search. Maps were constantly updated, and new areas were marked for exploration. The search teams had to adapt quickly to the changing scope of the mission, planning operations for increasingly distant and challenging locations. The analysis of satellite data revealed that MH370 had continued flying for several hours after its last radar contact. This unexpected discovery shifted the focus of the investigation. This data, along with calculations of fuel consumption and possible flight paths, suggested that the plane had veered off its intended course. Investigators worked tirelessly to piece together the plane's final hours. These findings led investigators to believe that the plane had turned south and flown towards the southern Indian Ocean, a remote and largely uncharted area. The search shifted to this remote area of the ocean, thousands of miles from MH370's intended route. This new location presented a whole new set of challenges for the search teams. The vastness of the ocean and the depth of the waters made the search incredibly difficult. The teams had to rely on advanced technology and precise coordination to cover the expansive search zones. This new search area presented significant challenges. The waters were deep, the weather unpredictable, and the terrain unforgiving. Storms and rough seas often hampered the search efforts, but the teams pressed on. Despite the immense challenges, the search continued for months. The dedication and perseverance of the search teams were truly remarkable. The search and rescue missions were relentless, with ships and aircraft patrolling the ocean day and night. The teams were determined to find answers, no matter how long it took. Underwater vehicles were deployed to scan the seabed for any sign of the wreckage. These remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, were equipped with cameras and sensors to explore the depths of the ocean. Sophisticated sonar equipment was used to map the ocean floor, creating detailed images of the seabed. This technology was crucial in identifying potential debris fields. The sonar scans detected anomalies that might indicate the plane's resting place. Each anomaly was carefully investigated, bringing the search teams one step closer to solving the mystery of MH370. Central to the investigation and the search for answers were the plane's black boxes, the flight data recorder, or FDR, and the cockpit voice recorder, or CVR. These devices are the silent witnesses to the final moments of any flight, capturing vital data that can unravel the mysteries of aviation accidents. These devices record crucial information about the flight's final moments and could potentially reveal what caused MH370 to deviate from its course and disappear. The FDR and CVR are meticulously designed to endure the harshest conditions, ensuring that the data they hold can be retrieved even after catastrophic events. The flight data recorder captures hundreds of parameters about the plane's performance, including its speed, altitude, heading, and engine performance. This wealth of information provides investigators with a detailed picture of the aircraft's behavior and performance leading up to the incident. The cockpit voice recorder, as its name suggests, records conversations and sounds in the cockpit, providing insights into the actions and decisions of the pilots. It captures everything from routine communications to emergency declarations, offering a window into the human element of the flight. The black boxes are designed to withstand extreme impact and are equipped with underwater locator beacons, or ULBs. These beacons are crucial in underwater recovery operations, emitting signals that can be detected by search teams. These beacons emit pings for up to 30 days, allowing search teams to locate them in the event of a crash. The pings are a lifeline, guiding searchers through the vast and often unforgiving ocean depths. Time was of the essence in locating the black boxes. The 30-day window for the ULBs to emit pings is a race against time, with every second counting. Every passing day diminished the chances of detecting the faint pings from the ULBs. The ocean is vast and deep, and the signals weaken over time, making the search increasingly difficult. Specialized equipment was brought in to listen for these signals, but the vastness of the search area and the depth of the ocean made the task incredibly difficult. The search teams faced an immense challenge, navigating through the deep, dark waters in hopes of finding the elusive black boxes. Despite the best efforts of international search teams, the black boxes of MH370 were never found. The search spanned multiple countries and involved cutting-edge technology, but the ocean's vastness proved to be a formidable adversary. The absence of these crucial pieces of evidence left a significant gap in the investigation, fueling speculation and making it even more challenging to determine the fate of the missing plane. Without the data from the black boxes, many questions remain unanswered, leaving the mystery of MH370 unsolved and the families of those on board without closure.